Hi, I'm so grateful that you're here and eager to follow along. Please make sure while you're doing these protocols, if at any time you find a place that's tight or hurts, always feel free to pause the tutorial to do more on that specific spot. I'm here to guide you through each and every muscle line and trigger point that becomes compensated when a region experiences dysfunction. Remember that with these protocols, you are building a skill, and fascia release is a journey, and you're following along with a professional. But as you do this more and more, your skills will become better and better. As your skills become better and better, it will lead to better and better results. Better and better results will help you feel more and more wonderful. I'm starting with my non-comedogenic oil for my face because I break out easily. Some people can get away with using castor oil and coconut oil on their face. I cannot on my face. But once you have your non-comedogenic oil on the face, we are scraping the masseter. Doing the other side. All right, moving on to the rest of the muscles that are negatively impacted by sitting. I'm using castor oil, and you're welcome to use coconut oil as well. Scraping the SCM all the way up and down. Sometimes I do mini scrapes for each portion, making sure not to miss any spot that's tight or bumpy. Be gentle here. It doesn't need to be super hard. Like, we don't need to be hurting ourselves. We need to be firmly loving ourselves. Sounds kind of funny. Okay. You can add in a little bit of scalenes here. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and move on to the other side. Getting all the way up into the ear, all the way down low. Okay, adding in a little bit of scalenes. Scalenes, when you release them, it is so powerful because our scalenes really have such a massive impact on our hands. And our hands do everything. Okay, this next one, you probably want coconut oil for it if it's your first time, because usually it is pretty rough to do with castor oil because this part of the skin on the body is tough. Doing the occipitals. I use castor oil here, but I recommend coconut oil. You might want coconut oil. We're gonna do the occipitals and the upper traps. So the occipitals, we're getting this whole region right here, the whole base of the skull. Doing the other side. All right, finishing off scraping with the traps before we do our last exercise, which is incredibly opening for the airway. It is mimicking our ancestral tendency to rip a big piece of meat off of a bone, and I'm excited for you to try it. Okay, switching to the other side. This scraping though is so important, and we do all this release before we do this exercise so that the body has an easier time actually opening the airway when we do the exercise and the muscles are relaxed and open, therefore allowing the airway to open easier. Thank you for following along. I'm so grateful that you're here and you're trusting me.